Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today we're going to continue our showcase of the new OP07 leaders, and the next one in the list is none other than Dragon. So the leader of the Revolutionary Army, which for whatever reason doesn't really do anything specifically Revolutionary Army, but we still kind of build our deck just based on the Revolutionary Army package, as you can see here on the screen above. So let's do a deck breakdown, and then obviously, like always, we do a deck breakdown, and then we'll do a lot of gameplay, right? So let's talk about this leader first. It's a mono red leader with 5 life, just like any other of the OP07 leaders. Once per turn, you can give up to 2 of your currently attached Dawn to one of your characters. Now, make sure you read this carefully. It's attached Dawn, so not rested Dawn that's that you use to summon a unit. It's attached Dawn, which means that, for example, and not only that, it's only to another one of your characters. So you cannot move Dawn from like one of your characters to your Dragon leader. You can only move it to another character. What this lets us do though is that, for example, let's say that, I don't know, let's say that we have a 1-drop on the field, right? We played a 1-drop on turn 1, and then on turn 2, when we have 3 Dawn, what we can do is that we can put the 3 Dawn onto our leader, attack the opponent for 8, then use the leader ability and attach 2 of those Dawns to like our, I don't know, let's say like a buggy or something, and attack the opponent for 5. So it's kind of cool because you end up like being able to manipulate and kind of move Dawn around after you got the value from having Dawn attached to another unit. So you kind of get double the value from 2 of the Dawn that you're going to have in the field. What this means, and the fact that it's also in red, is that Dragon lends itself to like a really aggressive strategy. So this is going to be just literally just an aggro deck, right? It's just an aggro deck, and that's kind of what you see here with the way that I built this deck here. Now, like I mentioned, I did opt to go with the Revolutionary package here, and that's because a lot of the Revolutionary cards, let's think of like, for example, let's think of like this Ivankov. It needs to have 7k power to be able to summon another one of your Revolutionary Army's units from your hand. So what you can do is that, for example, you can attack with your leader for 7, then play your Ivankov, and attach those 2 Dawn that the leader has into the Ivankov, getting him up to 7k and being able to use his ability. So that's how Dragon kind of synergizes with your Revolutionary cards. So if we think about this, right? I just talked about the synergy with Ivankov. We play him because he lets us cheat out a lot of our other 4-drops Revolutionary cards. The Karasu, same way, it needs to have 7k and attack. So you put 2 Dawn on him, attack for 7k, and then you can move that 2 Dawn that you have in your Karasu to another unit to also push more damage. Karasu is huge in this deck because he also makes our attacks more efficient, because remember, you can make your opponent's leader be a 4k leader, or if you even have 2 Karasus in the field, you can make them all the way to a 3k leader, which makes it really, really hard for opponents to counter. We are playing Koala just as a 2k counter, and because we also play Belo Betty, which allows us to search for the Revolutionary cards, right? So that's what Belo Betty is here for. Lets us search for the Revolutionary cards, which ends up being really nice. We do play Lindberg, and even though we cannot use his trigger effect because Dragon is not a dual color leader, it's still nice because it lets us, for example, be able to KO a Rebecca if we are going against a black leader, for example, or you can actually synergize it with your Koala to KO anything that has 6k power, or with Otama to KO something that has 5k power. So Lindberg is nice, and it's another target for obviously the Ivankov or the other Ivankov that we're going to get to here. We are playing the OP06 Inazuma, and this guy is just pretty nice because, again, against Spanish, so a lot of times opponents are going to want to block him. And again, just like we've been talking about, you can always put 2 Dawn in the Inazuma and move that 2 Dawn somewhere else after you're done attacking with them, which ends up being really nice. We are playing only 3 of the OP06 Ivankov. We honestly, we don't have, I mean, we do have a lot of targets, right? We have 8, 12, 16, like, good targets. We could also play Koala or Belo Betty from it. But, it's a non-counter card, so I don't want to be in a situation where I have too many of them stuck in my hand. He is nice at letting us being able to kind of fill the board, so that's why we play 3 of it. And then we play the big body of this deck, right? And this card is such a good card, and probably one of the best cards that Red has gotten in a while. And this is 8-cost Dragon. It has Rush, and when you play him, you can give your leader or up to one of your characters 2 rested Dawn. And this synergizes so well with your leader because on your 8 dawn turn, you can play dragon for 8 dawn, give those 2 rested dawn to your leader, and then you can attack for 7. And if you have another unit on the field, or even if you don't, right? Let's say that you don't have another unit. Let's say it's only your leader and only your 8 cost. After you attack with 7 with your leader, with the 2 rested dawn, that dawn is not considered attached dawn, which means that you can use your leader ability and move those 2 dawns right back to your 8 drop, and you have an 11k attack. So for 8 dawn, you have a 7k attack and an 11k attack. And it's crazy. The fact that this card has Rush is so good. And it's one of the cards that allows us to just put a lot of pressure into the opponent and be able to finish a lot of the games. And we're able to search him with Belo Betty, which is one of the reasons why the Revolutionary package works really well in this deck, because you wanna find that A drop. I'm gonna tell you right now, you want to find that A drop. Is such a big body with Rush, and again, it just synergizes so well with your leader. It just lets you put so much pressure into the opponent. So that is the revolutionary side of the deck. This deck is all in aggression, like balls to the wall. So that is also where we play Kick Killer. So we get another Rush card here, right? And once the opponent goes down to 2 life, this Kick Killer is going to be a 4 cost 7k attacker. And again, we can make him a 9k and then move that down somewhere else. Or we can attack with our dragon for 7 and then play Kick Killer and attach that 2 down to the Kick Killer. So now we get to attack for 9, which ends up being really, really cool. We also play Luffy, which just like Killer and Dragon, is another Rush card, but this time lets us be able to get through blockers. So once we get the opponent to 0 life, we always have that threat of being able to just drop down this Luffy and just push through the opponent, even if they have all these blockers in the field, which ends up being really, really crazy. So with Kick Killer, Dragon, and Luffy, you can see that you literally have 11 Rush cards in this deck, because again, you cannot let your foot off the pedal with this deck. You have to just aggressively go into them, right? And this lets me do that. This Rush units let me just continuously put pressure into the opponent without having to like develop a unit and wait a few turns, right? And then to kind of finish up the deck, we just really have a lot of counters. So Otama, a 2k counter, Sanji, a 2k counter. We can play Sanji. So Sanji's kind of cool as well. It's kind of like a mini dragon in a way, because what Sanji lets us do is that, again, he gets to put 2 rest cards on him. So what you can do with Sanji is that you can play Sanji on your 2 dawn turn, let's say, and then on your 4 dawn turn, you play an Ivankov, right? And then you use the Sanji effect, and you get to attach 2 rested onto the Sanji. Well, you know, obviously you take a life, right? And this now becomes a 7k attacker that hits into the opponent. And then you can use your leader ability and move that 2 rested down from Sanji into the Ivankov and be able to cheat out another unit. So that's like a really cool combo that you can do if you're going second, if you find your Sanji and your Ivankov in your hand. Otherwise, he can always be a 2k counter. And it's also nice because a lot of times against aggros, decks tend to not attack into your life. So Sanji also lets us play around like Enel, for example, that tries to starve us out or something like that. So that's why Sanji is really good. And then to finish up the list, we do play 4 bad manners kickers. And you might be thinking that 4 is a lot, but we have 4, 8, 11, 14 non-counter cards. And a lot of times I found myself losing when I didn't have enough ways to counter out of the opponent's last effort to kill me. So the bad manner kick curse lets me be able to actually use some of these non-counter cards as fodder for the kick curse, right? So that's why we play 4 of them here. And that's the list, right? That's the list. And again, it's all aggro. It's all aggressive. In the first half of the game, for the first 2-3 turns, you want to play your revolutionary side of the cards, right? So again, that's where we can play the Belo Betty on a 1 dawn or 2 dawn turn. We can play the Sanji, and we can set up like on turn 4, we can play an Ivankov or a Karasu. Then turn 6, we can play, our 4 dawn turn, and then our 5-6 dawn turn, we can play another Ivankov. Like the first few turns, you want to just set up these units, right? Because these are the turns where the opponent doesn't have enough dawn a lot of times to actually remove these units. Or if they do, they're only removing 1 at a time. So you want to just set up and be able to go wide. As you go to your 8 dawn and later, that's when we're going to be dropping down rusher after rusher after rusher. So for the first half of the game, I found it very successful to just focus on just trying to establish these revolutionary cards. And then as we get to 8 down, like as soon as I have 8 down, and if I have a dragon in my hand, I'm dropping dragon down. And dropping dragon down because it's really hard for the opponent to deal with this, and it's putting pressure right away. And if the opponent goes down to 2 life, it sets up for the future kits later on, right? So as soon as I have 8 down, I'm playing this dragon and just trying to get the opponent to 2 life for the kid, or even to 0 life for the Luffy to be able to finish up the game. So that's kind of the gameplay here, just full on aggression. That's all I can say. Just don't let up. Don't let up. And again, try to get the value from your dragon, making your attacks always be like really powerful, like 7Ks or 9Ks in a lot of situations. So yeah, so that's really the deck breakdown here and the choices. We are, as always, going to have 3 videos with this new leader. In today's video, I believe we have 1 game against Red Purple Law. We have 1 game against an Enel player, and then we have 2 games against Purple Yellow Crocodile. So very tough matchups here that we're going against Yellow with all their healing. So let's see how we do in today's games. If you like today's video, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy the games, and I'll see you all. In this match, we're going against Law. Lindberg. Do I want to keep the Lindberg? I think I want to be able to spam the board. So I want to find my Ivankovs, right? I want to be able to have like multiple units in the board at once. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Ivankovs anyways. So this might get a little bit more dicey. Yeah, so like we want to have Ivankov. Yeah, we want to have Ivankov. Because the Ivankov lets me, again, just get a lot of value, right? So we can attack for 5 here. And then attack for 7. Oh, wait. I messed up. Yeah. It doesn't matter. The point is probably going to counter block. I needed to put the... Yeah, I needed to attack... Yeah. I could attack for 7 first and then 5 here. But the opponent ended up taking 1 hit anyways, right? So they ended up countering no matter what. The problem here is going to be the Gordon that's on the field. Like, I'm just going to have to just go all in and just... Whatever the opponent gets, they get it. Yeah, they have double Gordon. Yeah, so they're just going to be able to just remove all my units one at a time. And that's fine. We'll go like this. And we'll go here. And just chill. You want to bottom deck this Ivankov. So you want to bottom deck this Ivankov so that I cannot develop 2 units. The problem for the opponent, by the way, is that being at 2 life is not safe. I mean, I guess they have the blockers, but being at 2 life is not safe. Unless you just have a wall of blockers, I guess. Sure. Yeah, you want to... That's what I thought. You want to get rid of that one. Yep, that makes sense. So next we have 7. Okay. Yeah. If they have the wall of blockers, until I get my Luffy, it's going to be a little bit more dicey. Okay, kick killer. Hit killer. I really wanted to develop 2 units this turn. So we have enough to go 7, 7, and 9, right? I guess let's go 6, 8, and then 9. I kind of like this. Let's go 6 here so that the opponent doesn't get a free block. Okay. Yep. That's cool. So we'll go like this for 8. I'm okay. I'm okay getting the 9 to 0 life, because if they go to 0 life, then it means that if I top deck a Luffy, they just lose the game, right? So they can now go down to 0. Yeah, they can now go down to 0, and opponent knows that. I can continue developing units. I'm forcing the opponent to have to continuously get rid of my units, right? Giving me some extra value. We also have eventually the dragon that could put a lot of pressure. Like, I'm okay just continuing to attack every single time. I'm surprised they gave me the queen. I feel like the queen blocker would have been really nice for them. They must have another blocker if they're doing it this way. I just need them to go to 0. And then we just look for a Luffy to finish up. So next we have 9 done, so we can go Kid. We can also go Karasu, I guess, first. Make it easier for us to attack into their law. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna just, yeah, you bottom deck the Kid, right? So that's their second thing. You have, okay. Oh, man, I guess I wish I had that Lindberg now, right? To be able to actually pop that guy. Let's keep the unit alive. Yep. Okay, so we have a rusher. We have a rusher. We can move one down from here to the other one. So we can go sits. I want to develop 2 units this turn. Yeah, I think I want to develop 2 units this turn. So I think it's Karasu and Kid Killer. So I think I'm going to go for sits here. Again, just force the opponent to not have those free blockers. And then attack for 8 with the Kid. But at the same, I want to play Karasu first. So if I'm playing Karasu first, I can do minus here on the law, making my sits be more impactful. So this actually makes my sits be very impactful, right? Because now the opponent has to block or give me 2 cards. You can block it, but again, it's either block or give me 2 cards. Yeah, so now you give me a card right there. Question here is, do I actually attack this Kid then? Now that the opponent went for it this way. No, I think I still like attacking their law. Force the Shiraya block, plus another card. Again, my goal here is to get them down to 0 life. And then just have all my rushers. Yeah, you're going to give me the card here? If they give me the card here, then we know the Kid Killer is going to kill them, yeah? So that's why the opponent went for it that way. We'll attach this down to, yeah, just choose 1 down and just go here. And this will be an 8. 8 into here. Do we actually leave that Kid alive? Opponent has 8 down, so them having the extra down from the Kid, does that actually matter? This is going to force, they have to take this, right? They have no way, this is guaranteed. So yeah, let's just take them down to 0. And we'll just work on potentially getting a Luffy eventually. You have to put down on this stuff. You can't just attack it that low. Yeah, you can't just attack it that low, right? Sure. At third Gordon, just let them bottom deck one of these 2. So I'm only going to have 1 attack and the opponent's still going to have the Kid blocker. Okay, well, that's not going to work. You have to put more than that. Yeah, you have to put more than that. I just need to have 2 attackers. If I have 2 attackers, this is forcing you to have a second blocker. Okay, so there's the second blocker. All right, cool. So they cannot bottom deck any of my units now. So they trashed the race matches. At this point, you don't need it. If I get any rusher here, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Opponent could stall out here, I guess, long enough. But now I have like 3 attackers. Okay, so they do have the Dawn. So they have the race mats. They get to bottom deck 1. Okay, cool. You have a third blocker? They have the third blocker. Okay, so they have the third blocker. That's cool. We can start here. Did we just go for it? Did we just go for it, right? Force the opponent to give me all 3 blockers right now, and this dragon is going to be very hard for them to deal with. So, this is going to give 2 rested Dawn to this guy. So there's going to be an 8. And then we can... I guess we want to give it to the dragon so we can attack for 8 twice. Yeah, I think I want to attack for 8 twice, right? I don't like this Bantam staying on the field, though. But I think I have to put pressure into them. Yeah, I think I have to put pressure into them. So we'll go 7, 8. I wanted to use all their blockers. So the 8 means that it has to be a block and 2 cards to save their blockers. Okay. We'll go 8 again. Okay. And we'll go 9. So the opponent can KO one of these because of the Bone Clay. They have 2 more attacks. Then they can bottom deck, but then they have to still have another blocker. Yeah, so they're gonna have to still have another blocker after this. And they already show me 3 Queens, 2 Shuriayas, 2 Sanjis, and 1 Kid. Okay, so yeah, they don't have... I guess they didn't want to try. They actually top deck the blocker. Why not block and live another turn? They actually had the blocker, by the way. So they actually had the blocker, so they could have potentially been able to play the blocker, right? Still had 2 more Dawn. Attack with their Bone Clay, attack with their Aim to try to KO this 2. Bottom deck the Betty. Like, they had enough to survive. And it's not, I don't have any more rushes that I was gonna get. Unless the opponent attacked into my life, then obviously I would have gotten the second dragon, right? And the opponent had 1 blocker to survive the dragon hit. So yeah, GG's. In this match here, we're going against Enel. Probably the worst possible situation for us. I mean, I guess we have the Sanji, so that's not impossible, but like, it's just the healing. The healing is gonna be really problematic for us to deal with. So we'll go like this for now. Opponent's gonna just play Gedatsu, start KOing my stuff, and that's okay. Well, it's not okay, but I think there's nothing we can do about it. Let's go here and just attack. Okay. No need to attack with Sanji just yet, because the opponent can just... Like, this is just a Gedatsu, right? Whichever one they want to KO, that's fine. I want to leave the Sanji for later. Yeah. Okay, so we'll take it. So now Gedatsu has to kill the Sanji, not even the other stuff. Oh, it's just Ace? I guess opponent might be looking to just rush me down then. Ha! Interesting. Do I take that life with that Sanji? I don't think I need to just yet. It will go like this. We'll go here. We'll grab... We'll grab the Ivankov. We'll go here. Because I want to keep my units in such a way that I can like just pressure them when it's time to go. When it's time to go all in. Or even just kill that Ace too if the opponent attacks here. Let's give them this Ivankov here. That's a free one for us to get rid of. Okay. So of course you are. Yeah, so okay. So now it gets interesting. We have Dragon. I do want to get rid of that Ace. But I also want to start getting rid of the opponent's life. Instead of Dragon, we can also go, I guess, here. Or we can go another Ivankov. Spin the wheel. The opponent's gonna probably just play Yamato next turn, so giving them that extra. I like Dragon. Yeah, I like Dragon. I like Dragon here. I guess we can first go... Because this is probably gonna die. I don't think opponent's gonna... I don't know that the opponent's gonna try to save this. Right? This is so interesting. I could get them down to 0 right now, but I really want to get rid of this Ace. I guess let's go like this. I mean, bringing them to 1, it doesn't matter. I guess we can start burning cards. We have another dragon. Let's just get rid of the ace. Let's get rid of the ace here while we can. We'll attack here. Force the opponent to give me a 1k. There's no way you go down to 0 here, right? Why are they going down to 0? I'm so confused. One, two, three. 1, 2k, 2k, 1k. I could do it. I'm debating if I want to. I'm gonna do it. So this is 7, right? So this is 7. This is 9. We're gonna go here first. Force 2 cards. Go here second. Force 3 cards now. They take it, they go to 0, they get another Frankie. So they have 3 attackers anyways, right? They have 3 attackers anyways. So this has to just be us, them rushing us down, right? Okay, now they're just gonna go for like a Yamato then? Wait, I'm okay with this, right? Am I missing something? We just save these units instead? You're gonna lose. Oh, no. You know I have the Ivankov from earlier. I don't care how many cards you have. If this guy stays alive, you're gonna lose. Okay. Yep, so they just say whatever. Alright, cool. So we have another dragon. We're gonna have some big attacks, right? Yeah, cool. So we just go like this. Yeah. Okay, I guess we have 7. So I need to go here. I need to go here because this is the way for us to... We need to attack with this first. Okay. They get the Nami. Oh, they get the Raigo. We can attack for 7. It's gonna force 2 2Ks. I am dying next turn if I don't kill them this turn, by the way. Opponent has a card in their hand. They have enough cards in their hand and they have a life. That could be a trigger. That could be the punish. If they don't hit that Raigo... Oh, sorry. If they don't hit that Nami, they will have in a little bit of trouble. Because I have 1 extra attacker. But since they hit the Nami, it might be a little bit different now. You know I have a 9k and an 11k coming up. So there's a 9k and an 11k coming up. So you have to... 6, 8. You have 2 2ks. Then you have 3 cards. And you still have 4 cards left over to do whatever you want with. Unless the opponent is completely brick, this should be straight up. But I mean, they do play Ace, right? They play the 5 cost Ace. They play the 8 cost Karakuri. They play Yamatos. They have 10 cost Ace. They have Raigos. So they do have a lot of non-counter cards. And they have given me a few 2Ks right here with the Frankies. So it's possible that they don't have it. They took it. So this is so many cards here. 6, 8. So it has to be 3 2Ks. So that's 2 cards. Okay. And then we just go here. It's an 11. It's still doable. 1 off. 1 off. Wow. They were actually 1 off exactly. They only had 2 cards that were... I mean, I guess they had a Raigo, but they had the 0 cost event to make that a counter. 2k, 2k, 2k. Yeah, wow. Somehow we push enough. GG's. In this match, we're going against Purple Yellow Crocodile. Interesting. Ooh, very interesting. I like this banish. I kind of like this banish. A little bit weird because I'm going first though, right? So like my hand is not the greatest, unfortunately. So we'll go like this for 8. Okay. They don't get to play this Frankie because they don't have more than 2 lives. So they just kind of trade it. They traded a 2k for just like 1 card. Sure. Ooh. Ooh, okay. This will go here for 6. I want to play Lindberg. I want to play Lindberg so that we can just kill that Bone Clay for free next turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna trash my life. I don't care. And I'm gonna give you a 1k here. Let's give them one of these guys. Wait, what? Excuse me, my friend? You know that this is gonna just KO your Bone Clay. So that's 2. Then we have 5. So we can put this and some of the Inazuma as well, because we can transfer the 2. So that leaves me with 1 done. Yeah, so we can go like this. Opponent's just gonna play the Yamato next turn, unfortunately for us, right? Yeah, so the opponent's just gonna play Yamato next turn, so but I need to just continue rushing them down. I like the Ivankov. I like the Ivankov here. And just summoning the Inazuma. Because again, it just gives me 2 units, right? It just gives me 2 units so that I can continue putting pressure next turn. Yep, so this is Yamato. You kill the Ivankov. You kill the Ivankov. If I try to keep this alive, I mean, we have 3 attacks next turn, so I don't know that we need to keep this alive. The problem is all the healing. The opponent still has 9 freaking cards. So, like, everything that I do doesn't really matter here. Like, yeah, we have this banish, but so what? What does the banish matter? Like, we go Dragon, and the opponent's gonna have Yamato to attack into it now. Attack for 7. Attack for 6. Or we can go Ivankov here and just continue developing this board. We have a lot of rushers. I don't know what to do. If you go Ivankov, we can develop another unit and just continue having all these units on the field. Does that make more sense than going... Like, maybe I don't go for the kick killer? Like, maybe we go like this? Yeah, these ended up working out pretty well. This ended up working out pretty well, right? Because now we can give... Do I even want to give the 2 here now? Or do I just want to go like 5, 5? But it gives them another unit to attack into. So if we go... If we go 7 here, or if we go 8 here, and then 8 here, we should be okay. I guess the opponent could have like a beige or something to stop this 8k attack. We gotta go like this, though. We gotta go like this just because obviously I cannot attach... I cannot attach the Dawn to... Yeah, so this is 3 cards if the opponent doesn't want to get hit by the banish. Okay, so 1, 2. And then third one. Okay, cool. So this gives me 2 units for next, and I guess opponent can have another Yamato, KO the Karasu, yep, and they just do the same thing, right? And we just say, okay, they're just gonna continue stalling, I guess. Yeah, well, I guess they got tired of stalling. I'm just dying next turn if I take this hit. Yeah, I'm just dying next turn if I take that hit, but I kind of had to. Too many cards, too many cards. It's the triggers that are just getting me. So we go here, that goes to 8. We can attack for 7 here. So I guess we'll attack, I guess we can attack for 9 here. So we can go 8, 9. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Opponent also has the Otama way at some point, right? To redirect. So maybe we actually want to go... Maybe we want to give the Dawn here, right? Like maybe we actually go 8. Maybe we go like this. Because I don't want to get punished by like a random trigger that can kill this Ivankov. We'll go 7. Yeah, there you go. One, another card, two, three cards. Wow. We'll go here, put it here, attack for 11. Okay, so the opponent has 4 attacks that have 1 life. They go for 9 first. So the 9 is the easy one for me to block because I can go here and here. But they still have 3 more attacks. So like even if I block the second 9, it's still the same thing. Because then the opponent just goes 9, yep, and then another 9, and 14 here, right? So that's my problem. The moment I took that extra life last time, there was nothing I could do. And they did have the Otama way as well. And they also have one of these, which I actually wasn't playing around. The Flame Split. That's actually pretty nice. So yeah, the Yamatos just completely get rid of my board while also healing them. Completely just ruined us. And they had 2 Yamatos and a third one coming up soon. So GG's. This match has been against, oh man, Purple Yellow Croc. And this is very tough. This is very tough just because they're able to just like heal so much, right? Another one? Sure. Let's at least make it awkward for them to be able to like do anything, right? Make it so they have to give me their 2Ks, right? I think I'm okay with that. Now we also have Dragon. That's pretty nice. Yeah, let's go like this. Obviously the opponent gets value here, but I think that's fine. We'll go like this anyways. Just force the opponent to have to give me stuff. Yeah, so they're gonna just ramp, they're gonna take it. They use their Frankie. They're just gonna look to kill us, by the way. They're just gonna look to kill us and just call it like that. Guess if we go like this, yeah, they're just gonna continue ramping. Let's go like this. Let's go here. Okay. Let's go here for 5. I'm just gonna put pressure. Yeah, I'm just gonna put pressure. Let's go here for 4. Force a 2K. Okay, and I just have to say, oh wait, that's 2 cards that you just gave me there? They have Yamato now though, so they can kill, but okay, it's Crocodile. Okay, so Crocodile is a little bit better than Yamato, I think. Yeah, we're gonna save this, right? So this is cute because we can go Dragon. All right, so we have 2 options. I'm actually fine to do another Karasu. Make it so that this can actually attack into them. And we can also potentially... Oh, but no. If I go Karasu, I can now go Kick Killer. It might... Okay, so... If I go Karasu, we have 4 done left. We can go 7. I think I have to go for it. Yeah, I think I go for it. I go like this. Make it so that they really cannot defend these attacks. That's at 2. We can get this up to 4. We can go here for 5. You have to start giving me cards, my friend. Okay, you have to start giving me cards. Like, this is gonna be 2 cards out of your hand here. Or the Otama way, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna be an Otama way? Okay, cool. So now we set up. The Yamato's not killing anything important. Yeah, I think we just win. I think we actually just win. Yeah, we give you a 2K here and we let one of them die. So. Kick Killer or Dragon? Dragon is such a big attack. Opponent's gonna have another Otama way. Attack for set. No, we gotta attack here first, right? So the problem is that I need to attack for 7, right? It's a lot of cards. Okay, so they give me 2 cards here. We can put 7 here as well. So I'm committing for the dragon, right? I'm committing for the dragon here. We can go like this. This is gonna be at 7 into 3. So again, okay. And then we just go like this. Give this the 2 down. Attack for 7 again. Yeah, they don't have it, right? Even if they had, like, the fact that this is a 3k leader right now means that this 7k attack require them to have, like, so much value. So, wow, we got lucky that turn that the opponent didn't play Yamato, that they played the first Crocodile. Even though they had 2 life, a Yamato would have at least gotten rid of the Karasu. But I guess it would have left them with 1 less life, which meant that we could put a lot of pressure. The second time, when they played the Crocodile, it was fine because we only had 3 life and opponent has 0, so they wouldn't have been able to actually deal with the Karasu. But we had just enough rushes to just put enough pressure into them. The Karasu is actually crazy. That's why I grabbed them with the Belo Betty. So, hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed these games of Dragon. And just like I explained in the beginning of the game, all in aggression. All in aggression. That's all we're talking about, right? So you kind of saw it against that red purple law player. Like, we, even though they had all these blockers, we just had so many rush cards. So many rush cards that we were consistently, whatever, putting a lot of pressure into the opponent, right? We did the same thing against an Enel player, just pressure. And you kind of see what I'm talking about, how good this dragon card is. So that's why I played Belo Betty. Like, you want to find dragon. And the Belo Betty helps us actually search for it. And that's what makes this so good here. But it synergizes so well with our leader, allowing us to just put so much pressure. And then I guess the Purple Yellow Crocodile, you know, we kind of got a mix there, right? The one game where the opponent had the Yamatos, we ended up losing because they were able to heal while also being able to remove one of my units at the time, right? In the other game where they only had the Crocodile, they were not able to remove my units, and we were able to keep these Karasus in the field and just blow them out, right? So that's kind of how it's going to go. Sometimes they're going to get the heal and the removal. Sometimes they won't, and that's what's going to happen. But you saw what I did there. It's all aggression, and that's really how you're going to play this leader. And you're going to see that over the next 2 videos that we're going to have with this leader. So if you liked today's video, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. We're going to have more gameplay showcase of Dragon over the next 2 days, right? You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.